Today, what I wanted to talk about is the fact that there's a lack of celebration for people's personal growth. I am in my late 30s. There's a lot of personal growth that I have done psychologically, emotionally for myself, aside from my body, maturing and getting older as well with me. But anyone that would have known me when I was much younger would be surprised at how calm I have become. And for a very long time, it made me feel very uncomfortable. I felt very boring. I felt like I lacked so much. The energy that I used to crave was complete chaos because that's all I knew. Energetically, there was no order within myself. And I didn't know that. When I was in community college, I decided to do an assessment for mental health because I was going through a grieving process. My brother had just been murdered, and emotionally and psychologically, I wasn't okay. And it was a very dark time in my life for a whole year trying to process the grief. But the interesting part is before then, I was actually at the darkest moments in my life. And I was afraid I was going to go back to that place. And so when I had this mental health assessment with a student therapist, he straight out told me, "You will never get better. A person like you never gets better. And once you decide to get better, you're going to be old. And that might be when you're 80 years old, 90 years old. And by that time, what does it matter? You're already almost dead. Doesn't matter if you change your life at that time." I remember coming out of that assessment feeling extremely nauseous and lightheaded and dizzy. It triggered something in me that my parents would do all the time to me. So it opened up a wound, which at that moment I didn't know, but at the same time, it made me so angry, and it gave me the fuel and to create fire within me to prove that person wrong. I was so mad, and I said, "You know what, screw him. I'm going to show him that I can heal, that I can change, that I won't ruin my life for the rest of my life. I will change my life, dramatically transform it." Now, it wasn't like a conscious, yes, this is what I'm going to do, but little by little, I was like, how dare he tell me that? How dare he already define my future to be doomed? And that's probably because he took the power away from me and trying to create something that I had already lived through, which I felt was hellish for me growing up. And for somebody to say, "You know what, your life is going to completely still be hell and it's never ever going to end," I said, it's impossible. I can't continue to struggle like this all my life. I cannot. And the great thing about being an adult is that you then get to choose. You take back your autonomy. You don't have to wait for your parents to help you. You don't have to wait for someone to help you, because we're sold this idea that at the end of the day of our suffering, someone's gonna come and take us out of it. Someone outside of us. There will be a savior somehow, and that savior will be the reason why we find purpose in life afterwards. And no one's gonna come save us per se. No one. No one has the power to save us in the sense of our internal being. So little by little, and life had a very interesting way of putting things in my path that took me down the road of spirituality, the journey of spirituality, which I'm really grateful for. And spirituality is what you define it to be. I am not a religious person, but I came to my own spirituality, and I'm grateful. If I would have allowed this person, this practicing therapist, to define the rest of my life just like he did, and I would have accepted it, I would not be in the place that I am right now, which is finally being able to ground myself, to find a way to regulate myself. I have found more of my voice that doesn't intertwine itself with so much trauma. In the last 4 or 5 years, what has helped expedite my healing journey is somatic practices. We're taught this by our parents or the people around us that our body holds so much trauma. Our body remembers toxic environments. Our body keeps the memories that are trapped that we haven't processed. It was so relieving and empowering when I came to microfascial release. It is very uncomfortable, but I saw the bigger picture and I told myself this is going to help me in the long run. Why? Because I no longer want to keep recreating trauma for myself. And it's that moment when I decided I play a part in this too, even if it's unconscious. I need to bring the unconscious to the conscious, bring the darkness into the light, make it known so that I can make a conscious decision if I want to continue on that path and on that pattern. And I said, no more. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep suffering. I didn't come here to suffer for my entire life. I suffered too much already, emotionally, psychologically. I can't keep doing that, not as an adult. Learned in that moment, I understood taking care of your body is a part of loving yourself. Once I've started doing microfascial release, I also came to light language. I started doing videos, meditating, going deep into meditation. That's how I met my guides. I've seen them, they came to me in meditation. And I started doing breathwork detox, which completely also changed my life. I have released so much, and in total I only did like 11 to 12 sessions. That release and movement of all the energetic trauma that is still was living within my body, all of that I released has definitely contributed to me being more at peace inside myself. My being who I am now, the 37-year-old Eliana, who's in this video at this moment, would have told the 17-year-old me, it's going to get better. You're going to find ways to move forward. You will release so much that you will no longer live in this emotional and psychological pain. I would have never believed it. I would have never believed it. Because I was in such a dark place, I really didn't think I was going to make it. It's a lot to do somatic work. It's not for the faint of heart. But what kept me going is looking at the bigger picture and understanding that the trauma and the trapped emotions that lived in my body no longer needed to be there. It's releasing all the gunk that your body doesn't need, that keeps you dense, tight. This is how we get illnesses, because we don't address these unprocessed emotions and experiences, and they start poisoning our physical body because of everything that I put energy into in helping myself to move forward and to change my life purposefully. Change my life with a direction and the conviction of I no longer want to play a role in recreating the patterns that keep me in suffering. Once I made that decision, things just started to pop up for me that have helped me find inner peace, a Of course, I can't tell you I'm perfect because I'm not. But in all of this that I'm sharing is because we don't celebrate the beauty in people finally coming to the decision of, you know what? I deserve to have a better life. I deserve to change myself for the positive. I deserve to finally explore what it means for self-healing and for self-love. I think the journey for self-love is unique for every single person, depending on what your life circumstances were growing up. It's going to be different. The one thing that I can definitely say is finally loving and caring for your body, finally listening to your body, finally listening to why you experience the emotions so deeply like you do, finally sitting down and actually being present with yourself and the discomfort of emotions that you didn't allow yourself to feel before. That's actually showing yourself love, because you're not running from yourself. You become present with yourself. We should celebrate ourselves for all of us incredible people who have taken such great strides to finally let go of the chaos that lived within ourselves because we didn't know anything else. For all of us who have been brave enough or had been brave enough to confront those hurt parts of yourself, to sit with yourself in all of that discomfort and make that decision that you are going to help yourself to change yourself for the better. I applaud you. I applaud you. It's incredible. It's not easy, because it's not easy. And it's not meant to be easy. It's not. But at the end of it, once you go through it and you come out at the end of it, what an incredible transformation it can become. And we should applaud that. Applaud, celebrate personal growth. That's the message I have today. I hope that it's something positive for whoever needed to hear it. And thank you so much for being yourself. No matter where you are in your personal journey, thank you so much, because life in general is extremely challenging. But we're still here, and we keep trying and showing up